And a good early Monday afternoon to you, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They are all located off of exit 7. They're on Interstate 89. Big picture. Little sneaker storm system here up along the coast, and it has a little bit of jet stream energy with this kind of discombobulated sort of long wave trough, but it's really positively tilted. And it'd be better if it had more negative tilt to it. We could spin up a nor'easter, but eventually that's what it does. And there's a lot of the baroclinicity here along this frontal boundary. You can see where it's raining, and this is going to spin up a little disturbance that's going to cut across portions of mostly New Hampshire into Maine and just cover portions of southern Vermont. It's basically the northwestern fringe of this particular area, and then as it works on out, it's going to pull away tonight, and this system's going to be off the coast and actually spin up a nor'easter that'll track and be too far to our easter to do anything really effective for Vermont other than lay a little bit of swath of snow down. And looking at the temperatures, and that's part of the reason here, we're looking at some temperatures that are even above 32 degrees. This is a kind of close call here, a little colder air with the more cold air advection that's kind of working in on the backside of this system. This is going to deliver a little bit of a high pressure center with a weak ridge. That's going to really get into affect us on Wednesday. Two really good project weather days coming, Wednesday and Friday. And every other day we'll have just a little bit of precipitation. Most of it will be minor wet snow. That'll take place tonight into tomorrow morning. And there could be a minor mix with that in southern parts of Vermont where temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer. And then also conditions are such that we're going to see a kind of a weakened clipper type system track through Quebec on Thursday, and another one. It'll duplicate that on Saturday, but it'll have a stronger cold front, and that cold front will then deliver some cold Arctic air. That's not going to be until after the period's over, which is going to be on Sunday and into early next week. And you're looking on the left of the European, the NAM model on the right, North American Meso, which is doing very good and actually has handled a lot of our recent nor'easters and storm systems a little better than most of the other computer models, but the European is still very, very solid. Canadian Regional Gem, also solid, as well as the regular Canadian. And the ensembles have been okay. Now, this is that area of low pressure we're looking at tonight, so you can see it just barely grazes, and then brings in a little bit more in the way of precipitation. But the system then tracks off the coast and pulls away. This is tomorrow. And you can see just a little bit of precipitation there toward the Connecticut River Valley. And that pulls away. So the sort of cold air advection side of the storm is going to be drawn in on Tuesday into Tuesday night. It looks like we could see a little bit of flurry action kind of continuing, but nothing really major, and it's not going to accrue a whole lot of snowfall. Wednesday we get a nice ridge of higher pressure, as you can see here, and then beyond that here comes the next clipper system, kind of in a process of weakening as it cuts across southern Quebec, drags a cold front through. And that'll be during the day on the next good project weather day on Friday, as that ridge shows up there and clears us out during the day. And then that'll be followed by the most significant storm system. This is a more potent clipper system, and that takes a track. This is just beyond the period now. This is actually into Saturday. It produces a little bit of rain on the warm side. And then on the back side of this system, this is much colder air. And then what forms here will be potentially a nor'easter. It looks like it tracks and it misses this. This is just beyond this coming weekend, basically on Sunday night into Monday. And the GFS is not in agreement with that, and nor are the Canadians. So this could be a phantom nor'easter for that late period of next week, just beyond our period here. But it will tag some cold air and then pull it on down no matter what happens. So more Arctic air returns as it looks just beyond this outlook period. Looking at the GFS ensemble QPF plumes, you can see this is basically what's going to fall tonight and during the day tomorrow, mostly tonight, and really just stray flurries. And then a little bit of a clearing on out, and then our next system. The next weather system, of course, will be on when we get into Thursday, and then a good day on Friday, and then this is this coming weekend. And total snowfall is really not a heck of a lot. We're going basically with maybe 2 to 3 inches total on the eastern side of the state and about 1 inch on the western side of the state. And looking at the total QPF real quickly, you can see that each little bump up here, with the one that's occurring today seeing the most. Again, this is centered on Montpelier and not doesn't cover the western side as much. Looking at total snowfall, would look like this, about 1 to 2, and a little bit of a bump up, and then maybe we accrue up to around 3 inches by the time we get into the late part of the weekend. A 2-meter temperature plot is very similar to the dew point plot. We're not talking about a whole lot of change. You can see that there are some nights that are cold, a couple different nights here, but they're not Arctic cold. And again, that you're looking at dew points there with temperature here. So maybe we get close to 0. Arctic chill might be more once we get after this period into this this coming weekend or beyond. But precipitation types, you can see that a little bit of a mix here with this current system that's sliding by into New Hampshire. And then this is straight snow, and then there might be a little bit of a mix of rain as well. On that would be on Saturday. It's pretty dry coast to coast, or almost coast to coast, just right along the coast where the precip is, and then something coming across the Great Lakes. These clipper systems, that's going to be the main storm track. You can really follow that pretty easily here. Looking at the climate reanalyzer for temperature, you can see that we're anomalous warmth is across a good portion of southern Quebec, a little bit into Vermont, and we got some pretty cold weather up in the areas around Alaska right now, and this is going to probably push this out, which will then warm us up. And indeed, that's kind of the scenario. You can see a little bit of warmer conditions here, also across the west coast. In our neck of the woods, though, we're running about 3 to 6 degrees above normal with the weight balance of the high temperatures for the meteorological output statistics. About 3 days later, it looks like this as we cool on down one more time. And a little more focus on our Monday evening system. This is a kind of wet snow. You can see that it's moving on in here, and mostly snow inland, interior sections, and cutting across southeastern New England. The temperatures are warmer, basically in the 30s, and so a little bit of wet snow is going to track in across eastern sections of the state, including Bennington County, and kind of cut across like that. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.